Hi, I'm Kayla. Today I'm going to do my persuasive speech on why you should maintain good credit. So this is my audience for today. Alright, so I'm going to start out this presentation by asking if you have checked your credit score lately. If you haven't checked your credit score and you have no idea what it is, credit score is a number that is given to you when you try to apply for things like credit cards and loans. It's a number that's based on the actions that you've done. So you could either have good credit or you could have bad credit. There's actually a range from my research from creditkarma.com. The range is usually based on anywhere from 300 to 850. Usually anything under 500 is counted as bad. 600 to 700 is fair. 700 to 800 is good. And 800 plus is excellent, and that means you make all your payments on time, you don't default on any loans, everything is paid on time, and you've never missed anything. The three major credit bureaus that report to your credit are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. They give you one free credit report a year, so you can check that as well. And then, like I said, I use creditkarma.com, which will show you your credit score as well, but it may not be 100% accurate because it's free. So it just depends on what you want to use, but it does help you in giving you some other tools besides just your credit score. So when I use creditkarma.com, sorry, hold on one second. So when I use creditkarma.com, it's helpful for things like showing anybody. I don't have any bankruptcies or anything on mine, but it can show you whether or not you have bankruptcies on your credit report. It can show you whether or not you have anything in collections. It can show you all your open accounts. So if you have credit cards, if you have lines of credit, if you have a house payment, all of those things are reported to these credit bureaus, and they will show you what your utilized debt is and what you should be, what percentage you should be at. All of those things will be on this credit report. Good and bad credit is based on many things. Bad credit is definitely going to come your way if you decide you make late payments, if you get your car repoed, if you own a house and you do a foreclosure. Also things like co-signing for your friends, your family, your siblings. Anytime you co-sign for somebody else, you put yourself at risk with your credit. You may not have to pay, you may not be responsible financial-wise, but you are responsible with your credit. And anytime somebody doesn't make a payment, they come after you, and then you can screw up your credit because of somebody else's bad actions. So you want to be leery about who you co-sign for. So, like I said, the effects from your good or bad credit. If you have good credit or good to excellent credit, you are more likely to be able to buy a house. It helps when you go to rent a house. Even if you're trying to rent and not buy, you sometimes may be denied just because of your credit. If you're going to buy a car, your car loan, even if you may be able to apply and you may get the car loan, but you may have a higher interest rate because your credit is not good. You also will have trouble applying for a credit card if you have bad credit. And if you have bad credit, you may or may not have to do a secured or unsecured card. I honestly had to start out with a secured credit card because I had no credit. So I had to front the money first, and then I basically paying myself back versus just getting the line of credit from the credit company. Also nowadays, employers are looking at your credit history and credit score as well. Because usually it shows that if you don't make payments and you have things in collections, that you're not dependable and you're not reliable. So make sure you keep an eye on that as well, and know that it can take a toll on other things besides just your financial situation. Let's see. There's some things that you can do to plan for your future, to make sure that you maintain your good credit. Definitely have a savings account. Definitely make sure that you're putting money in the savings and not putting it in and taking it out. Making sure that you invest. Investing is a great way to make sure that you have a plan for your future, that you have money set up so you're not still working when you're 70 years old. So 401ks are really good, stocks are really good. Just be careful what you invest in and make sure you find somebody you trust to make sure you're getting into something that is legitimate. Also, rental incomes are good. The housing market is really good. You can either buy and sell houses. Even just renting them out is a good rental income once you pay it off. That's pure income right there. So just making sure that you have a safety net can also make sure that you maintain your good credit score just by having not being reliant on just your income from your job. Having a safety net and having a backup plan is always good for your credit score. I just want to explain from my personal experience. I started out when I was 17 and I had bad credit. I made some bad decisions. I had something that went to collections. I had a bank I didn't pay back, and it came back and bit me in the butt when my now husband had to pay off all my debt so that I could apply for a credit card, so that I could get a car loan, and so that we could buy a house. So just make sure that you're keeping an eye on your credit. If you know that you're not doing good things with your credit and with your financial situation, just make sure that you pay those debts back, even if you made a mistake years ago or something happened, like a bad financial situation like a divorce or health bills, any of those things. Just make sure that you are paying those back and keeping your credit good, because it not only affects your financial situation, it can affect your family, and it can also affect your job. It can affect so many things. So just make sure that you're taking care of it. So I just want to say thank you for listening to my speech today, and hopefully you learned a little something today about credit and good and bad credit and why you should maintain good credit. Thanks.